Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Kevin back with another Heady Homebrews beer review. Today we're going to be doing our experimental beer number 2. Last week I did the experimental beer number 1, and it was more of a light beer. I think I said it didn't have too strong a flavor either way. It was just a very drinkable beer, good beer. This one is supposedly more of a bock. From my understanding, the bock has to do with there's a lot more malts in it than hops, or there's a lot more malts in it than normal. We used an extra pound of the dry malt. We used 5 pounds of light dry malt extract and 2 cans of the light malt extract. The hops that we used are called Holler 2 Middle Fruit. I never heard of them. At the brew store, they were on sale, so we just went with them, and we used an East Coast ale yeast, liquid yeast. So this beer in total was about $40 for 5 gallons. No, $20 for 5 gallons. Sorry, $40 for 10 gallons, which is what we made. But yeah, so let's see what I think of it. Alright, so I actually just opened one prior to this, like an idiot, and I forgot to open it for the camera. So I'm gonna have to drink 2 of them, but I'm gonna start with the fresh one now. It's pretty cold. I'd say it's about 50, maybe 55. I'm not exactly sure, but alright. So here we go. Experimental beer number 2, as you can see on the cap. Alright, here we go. Hopefully I get some smoke. Tons of smoke, tons of it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but alright, today I'm going to be using, it's not my glass, it's my friend Pat's glass, but pretty cool. It's the new Samuel Adams glass. Supposedly, I went on the tour, on the Sam Adams tour, supposedly made by scientists. Took them years to come up with it. There's little etchings down the bottom. I don't know if you can't really see them, but it's just to keep the carbonation. And this is supposedly, the tip is supposed to make it go onto the sweet part of your tongue as opposed to just the bitter part. Alright, so let's go with the pour. Oh yeah, pour with the right hand, so here we go. Here we go. Let's try to get a good head on this one. I think this beer makes a pretty big head if you're not careful. Like a lot of these homebrews. Alright, that's what I'm going to go for. Now, the initial thing is the beer is really beautiful color. It's nice and dark. Not dark, but like an amber copper. The head is great. I mean, it's not too creamy looking. It's more soapy looking. I don't know. But alright, so let's go with tons of carbonation. Tons of carbonation. I don't see if you get the camera here if you can see the carbonation. It's kind of tough. Yeah, you can see it right by my thumb in that light. So let me get you a shot of the head. There's the head. See, soapy, not too creamy looking. But alright, here we go. Back. Alright, so let's go with what I think of the nose. Now, first thing, and this beer has been sitting for 2 weeks, and I can really still smell the creaminess. I think a lot of these homebrews have that creamy taste and smell. I love it. I love it. I can see why some people wouldn't dig it too much, but I love it. But so right off the bat, I definitely don't smell too many hops. I smell, I get really malty. I mean, it's supposedly a bock. But the difference is this is a bock, but it's not a lager. So I'm not exactly sure whether it can still be considered a bock. But I'm sure somebody will tell me out there on the comments. But alright, so in the smell, like I said, creamy, fruity too. It has a nice fruity, sweet smell to it. Yeah, I'd say creamy and fruity is about all I'm getting. I mean, traditional beer smell, obviously, but the head's starting to die down. Supposedly this glass is supposed to keep the head. It's kind of dying down. But alright, so let's give it a taste. I guess the first thing I taste, same as the smell, just creaminess, a little bit of fruitiness, but very easy drinking beer. I mean, you could drink 12-pack of these easy. These are nice. Super carbonated, very carbonated. The lacing is pretty good. I mean, I guess it shouldn't be too lacy, have too much lacing, because there's not an excessive amount of hops. And I've learned that's what causes the lacing, is the oils and the hops. So yeah, it's not tons of lacing, but it's there. But all in all, very tasty beer. A lot of flavor. This could be one of my favorites that I've made. One of, because the oatmeal stout is still my favorite. But really, really good. So I think this beer is like a 6 ABV, alcohol by volume. It's a little stronger because we use more malts. And we also use crystal malt too, to give it a little bit more flavor. We steep the malts. If you guys have ever brewed beer, you know about that. You steep the malts. But yeah, very good beer. Let me finish it up here. I mean, I take it back with the head. The head stayed the whole time. Look at it. But yeah, so I definitely go on HeadyHomebrews.com. I have the recipe right there. This one, like I said, it's not a kit per se. We made our own kit. We went to the store, just picked out all the ingredients, got the hops because they were on sale. Just we wanted to do it on the cheap. I think that we pulled it off. This is really good. I mean, wow, look at that head. That's a big one. Definitely. I think I must have mixed up some of the yeast in this one because it's very cloudy. The other one wasn't as cloudy as this, but that's okay. On these homebrews, there's a yeast cake down the bottom of each bottle. Let's see it. Can you see it on that? I don't know. You kind of, if I turn the bottle, you can probably see it right on the very bottom. It's called a yeast cake. Now, one of the main reasons for letting it really sit in the fridge for a week or so is it hardens up that cake so it doesn't mix around. But a lot of people like to mix up the yeast and drink it. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not going to hurt you. A lot of people love it. So, but yeah, like I said, this beer, excellent beer. You should make it. Cost you about $20 for 5 gallons. You can't beat that. You can't beat it. But let me give it another little taste here. Pretty good. Alright, so let's give it what I think, what my rating. Now, I guess for this one, because it's on the cheap, I think it's definitely better than the experimental beer number 1. I think I give that a 1 thumbs up. It's not, doesn't quite reach the level of that oatmeal stout. I mean, I know it's a totally different beer, but it just doesn't reach that level. I'll give it a 1.5. 1.5. Great beer. Make it. So go on my website, which is HeadyHomebrews.com. Have the recipes on there. Have a link where you can buy it. You can't. This one isn't a kit, so I can't just have a link to buy this exact kit. But I'll have a link right to the store that I buy it from. I'm sure you can buy all the stuff right off that store's website, or any homebrew store really. It's all basic stuff. But my name's Kevin, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.